matter, though?
Annie, Jack and I would rather not leave you alone with Joe on his first night home. I mean, suppose he was to fall or something.
Joe won't fall. And if he does, I'll go next door and get Mark.
Jack won't hear of it.
Well, Joe won't be very pleased if he knows you stopped him because of him.
So don't tell him.
I hope this isn't going to get in the way of anything you might be planning.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Just a thought. Nothing.
No problem. Fine. Andrew's secretary. He says he can't make dinner tonight after all.
Oh, well, never mind.
Can't say I'm sorry. I get fed up entertaining clients sometimes. Anyway, quite fancy an early night.
Sounds good to me.
See you then.
Okay, bye. Hello.
Hiya.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Fine. Are you all right?
Yeah, why?
I don't know, you just sounded a bit odd, that's all. Listen, I'm a bit stuck for a babysitter this evening.
Oh,
I was wondering if you'd step into the breach.
It's just that Chris and I thought we'd have a quiet evening at home tonight, you know.
Oh, well, that should be fine then. I'll bring Peter round. It won't be any problem, and then I can pick him up after work.
Well, yeah, all right.
Are you sure? You don't sound as if it's all right.
Yes, of course it is.
Promise.
Promise. Bring him round as early as you like. The earlier the better, then I can read him a story before Chris gets in.
Oh, thanks, Kath. You've saved my life.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Now then, Alan. Next time you see Carol, you can tell her that I've gone legit.
Beg your pardon?
Childminder. This is my application to be a registered childminder.
Oh, now, what does that involve? Did you have to take a test or something?
No, I think you just have to register. Then they come round to your house, you know, make sure that it's all clean and safe.
Well, that sounds quite straightforward. Oh, Archie, if you want any advice, you know, about the wedding...
What about?
Well, you might need help writing your speech or advice on protocol. It's quite a responsibility being the best man.
I know, I've done it before.
Yes, I know, but Eric and Elizabeth are rather different from Nick and Elsa. You might want to make your speech a little more mature.
Right, if I do, I'll remember.
Oh, and did Elizabeth tell you they've asked me to be chief usher?
Oh, is that what it is? I couldn't remember what I was saying to Nick. I thought it was chief bridesmaid. If I don't see you before, I'll see you in church.
Damn. Hey, you all right?
Yeah.
You're still looking a bit shaky.
No, I'm not sleeping very well. Don't seem to be able to get started to do anything.
It's the shock of the burglary, Kim.
Well, burglary doesn't seem that important to me. I'm upset about my jewellery and all the mess, of course. But it's the violence that bothers me. I mean, Joe was attacked in our home.
Hey, at least it's on the mend.
Yeah. I feel bad enough about Joe, but I keep thinking it could have been Frank lying there unconscious. I was away. No one would have found him.
You can't look at it like that. You're well business. No one can blame you. For goodness sake, don't blame yourself. You've gone through enough recently.
I should have been here.
You seem to have this urge to punish yourself, Kim. Why?
Because... Oh, never mind. It's a sorry state of affairs when you're not even safe in your own home. And you hear of muggings and burglaries happening in the cities, but you don't expect it to happen on your own doorstep.
It's a fluke. It won't happen again.
Dead right it won't. I'm not going to leave Frank alone in the house or stay away from home farm overnight, ever.
Here, hi.
So all the fish in any one tank are approximately of an age and weight.
Yes, it makes it easier when it comes to netting them.
Why do they keep jumping around like this?
They hear our voices. They think they're going to be fed
You mean they do this all the time?
whenever they hear voices.
Well, I never.
Getting ready for the new cult?
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. Kim said she fell in love with him straight away. So what can we do for you, Neil?
Well, there's another sale I'm thinking of going to next week down in Gloucestershire. Fancy coming along?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? Some good stock there.
I wish you would come with me. I trust your judgment.
I'm not going on any more overnight trips. Not after what happened last time.
It's not going to happen again.
I'm not going, Kathy.
Don't be silly. It'll do you good. She feels bad about Joel.
If I hadn't gone away...
Don't punish yourself, Kim.
I can't help the way I feel.
I think you're mad. I go like a shot.
There you go, Neil. Answer to all your problems. Why don't you take Kathy along with you?
I don't have the time. Anyway, you're the one with the good eye for horses, not me.
You sure you won't come? It's a beautiful part of the country.
Sorry.
Well, I must get on. See you later.
You all right?
Don't.
They come straight in here. They're washed, weighed, and then packed with ice in these polystyrene boxes.
You seem to have everything under control.
Well, it's quite a simple operation, really. A bit chilly on the hands.
And you and Seth manage all this on your own?
Yes. Not that I've seen a lot of Seth since the new arrangement. I have a feeling Alan's hogging his time.
I'll mention it to him next time I see him.
And then, of course, I take the orders and I do the accounts.
Do you think the farm could be expanded?
Well, I don't know how much it could be expanded without more staff. And, of course, there's no point if we don't have the orders.
Oh, I might be able to help you there. I'm seeing the buyer for the North Wales Hotel Group this afternoon.
Oh, are you? Well, you don't need to. I see her regularly. In fact, I think I'm down to see her next week.
Yeah, she mentioned that, but as it's such a big order, I thought it might be better for me to see her myself. Put her in the picture about the change of ownership.
Oh, well, yes. If that's what you want.
So, this is where you're hiding.
I'm not hiding.
Aren't you? Come with me, Kim. It wasn't your fault, you know.
If I hadn't gone out, if we both stayed in that night, they'd have seen the lights on in the house.
If. You can't live your life like that.
Won't happen again.
Oh, sure, the police will catch them.
I'm not talking about the robbery. I've let things go too far, Neil. It has to stop.
Just like that. You can't switch emotions on and off like a light switch.
What emotions?
You don't fool me, Kim. I'm in love with you.
You hardly know me.
Come on, Kim. You're not talking to some pubescent youth. I know you well enough, and I love you.
I'm sorry, Neil.
You're trying to tell me you don't have any feelings at all for me?
Look, I'm really sorry, Neil.
And what about you?
I was silly. It was a moment of madness, that's all.
All?
Yes. We were drunk. I kissed you. End of story. Now, you've got to stop this, Neil. Or I'll have to stop seeing you altogether.
I'm just on my way, Mr. Turner.
Now, I'm glad I caught you, Seth. I thought you said you were going to repair those pens.
I am, but not today. I can't help you today.
Help me? You work for me, Seth. I pay you.
So does Frank Tate. I've a job to do for him this afternoon. But I'd better be off. I'm supposed to be meeting him in 10 minutes.
Seth.
Sorry, Mr. Turner. Can't help you.
The last thing I ever wanted to do was upset you.
Yeah, I know. Just so long as we've got things straight now.
I think you've made your meaning pretty plain.
Good.
So, see you next Tuesday, then.
Hmm?
Reception at the town hall. German delegation.
Oh, that, yes, of course.
Till then.
Neil, are you still here? Kim, the vet's just arrived.
Right, I'm coming.
Trouble?
No, just a lame horse.
See you next Tuesday, then.
Oh, isn't that lovely? You're going to look lovely, Puppet, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Yes, it's a much better fit now. Oh, you're going to look gorgeous. Now, just stand still while Granny pins the hem. How did you get on with Carol? Nick said you were going to say something.
Yeah, I did.
And?
Well, if she did make that phone call, she's a very good liar.
What did she say?
She seemed really pleased that we're in the clear.
Well, if it wasn't her, who else could it have been?
So it's me. Hi.
This is Elizabeth's list.
It's what she gave me.
It's very modest. I'm sure she would like something a bit more adventurous.
Afternoon.
That must have been a short meeting.
I'm sorry?
We thought Seth had a meeting with you.
No, I thought I might find him here. I haven't clapped eyes on him all day.
Now, hang on, he wasn't at the game farm this morning.
And he wasn't at the fish farm either. Ask Elizabeth.
And he's not meeting you this afternoon. What is he doing?
Sounds to me like he's playing both sides against the middle.
And he didn't reckon on you two meeting up?
Quite. Well, I think it's about time we set a little trap for our wayward gamekeeper. Don't you, Alan?
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. Now, what did you have in mind?
Welcome home, Joe.
Thanks, Ma. Young Robert, what are you doing home?
I haven't been feeling very well.
Oh, that makes two of us.
How are you feeling?
Oh, not too bad, Ma. Just a bit wobbly.
Well, maybe you should go and lie down.
Oh, hang on. You get your feet in the door first. Where you put me?
At the back. Is that all right?
Yeah, as long as you turn my bed round so I can see out the window.
We'll do it now. Come on, Joe.
What, today? Have you got them a present?
I made them a card. And do you know what's going to happen tonight?
No.
They're having a special supper in their room.
Robert, why don't you take Joe's bag upstairs?
All right.
Jack reckons tonight Sarah's going to pop the question.
Oh, yeah. I believe that when I see it.
You never know. You wait and see.
You and Chris don't seem to be going out as much as you were.
No, no. It's Chris. I think he's getting antisocial in his old age.
Doesn't sound like Chris.
No, it's not really. He just gets a bit jealous when I want to see some of my friends.
Perhaps he wants more time with you.
That's what he says.
Shows he cares.
Yeah.
Let's face it, you're never going to find anyone who's absolutely perfect.
Oh, I know that.
Always thought it was worth compromising to preserve a good marriage.
Yeah, of course it is.
Here he is. I had to drag him from the top field.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, thanks.
Good.
Cup of tea, Michael?
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Yeah, sit down. Do you want a piece of cake?
No, thanks.
I'll have it.
You will not. You've had one piece. That's more than enough for a boy with an upset tummy.
Well, here's to Joe, to a full and speedy recovery.
Here, here. And let's hope they catch the villains who did it.
Yeah, you and me both, Ma.
Not that catching will do much good. They don't put them away for long enough these times.
No room. Prisons are full.
They should bring back the Birch, if you ask me. That'd teach them.
Annie?
Well, I mean it. After what they did to Joe.
Thrashing myself, given half the chance.
Oh, what about you, Michael?
I don't think people should get away with stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, if ever I get my hands on them.
Do you remember anything about it yet?
No. Mine's a complete blank. Last thing I do remember, Michael, is walking into the hall and then nothing till I came to. And there was Frank, calling for the ambulance.
Elizabeth said to me, I don't want any of Alan's fancy cooking. Just do some nice, plain finger food.
What, sausage rolls, sandwiches, that sort of thing?
Exactly, until Alan got his hands on the lid.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So now poor Elizabeth's going to have to spend the next couple of weeks arguing about her wedding buffet.
Oh, he means well.
I know, I just can't help thinking he's going to try and get rid of all that stuff he's got stashed away in his freezer.
Well then, how are you?
Oh, fine. Rushed off my feet as usual.
Hello, Peter. Getting a big boy, aren't you?
Tell me about it. I can hardly keep up with him.
Can I get you a drink?
No, thanks. I've got to get to work. Now, you be a good boy for Kath and Mummy'll pick you up on her way home.
You can leave him here till morning if you want.
No, it's all right. I'll be rushing around all day if I've got to come and pick him up. I'll see you about 11:30.
Yeah, OK.
See you, Chris.
Yes, bye.
Bye.
You should see these fish. You'd hear Elizabeth's voice and start jumping out of the water. Talk about a Pavlovian response. You're not listening to me, are you?
Yes, I am. You were talking about Seth trying to put one over on you and Alan?
That was way back. You are in a dream world. What's up?
Nothing. Oh, I don't know. I just don't seem to be able to concentrate.
You're not still imagining you're hearing things all the time.
It'll take a while for that to wear off.
I suppose so, but they're not going to come back, are they? I mean, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Or not very often. And you do seem pretty accident-prone at the moment.
No. We've had our 3 in a row.
3?
Yeah, the accident, the baby, and now this. That's it for a bit.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. Have you heard how Joe is?
No, I'll ring them now. Make sure everything's okay.
More wine.
Please.
Have you seen the wedding invitation from Elizabeth and Eric? Came this morning.
Still can't quite believe it.
No. Don't think anyone can, really. Well, except them, of course.
Well, if those two can manage it, I reckon anyone can.
More salad?
No, thanks, not for me.
Well, how about some more smoked salmon?
No, thanks. And I don't want any more potatoes either. I never did know how leap year came about.
Of course you do. Everyone does.
Well, I don't. How did he come about, anyway?
The Earth takes 365 1/4 days to go round the sun, so every 4 years we have to have an extra day.
I know that.
Well, you did ask.
I meant women having the right to propose.
That.
Yes, that.
Joe seems fine.
Yeah,
Does look a bit tired, though.
yeah. Oh, come on, Sarah.
What?
You know. Leap year. You and me. Aren't you supposed to ask me something?
That.
You said you were going to.
I'm sorry, Jack. I can't do it.
Why not?
Because it's got nothing to do with what I want. It would just be falling in with what everyone else wants.
I thought we agreed.
Well, I thought so too. And then I thought again.
Oh. Thanks a lot.
I do love you, Jack. And Robert. I couldn't love him more.
What then?
We should stop celebrating this anniversary. It always ends in an argument.
Look, just tell me why.
I've told you. I'm happy as we are. It's just you and Annie that want us to get married. Well, not even you, really. Annie.
And Robert?
Well, if it's not just a passing fad. Last month it was Batman, this month it's marriage.
For goodness sake. Why have you got such a down on marriage?
I haven't. But this is working. Why change it?
Well, nothing would change. You couldn't be more tied down than you already are. You said so yourself.
It would make me feel different. Like I'd given up part of myself.
You're the most stubborn woman I've ever come across. Come in.
Robert, what's the matter?
I've been sick.
It wasn't very much, but he wanted you to. I've been trying to get him to take his medicine.
Poor Robert. Come and sit on Daddy's knee. I'll go and get your medicine.
Do you want me to go?
No, it's okay. I'll go.
I'm sorry to spoil your evening.
Oh, don't worry. It's all right.
Everything all right?
Yes, Ma. Everything's just fine.
Well, this is the sad thing when you're judging, that you've got to decide who...
Another evening sabotaged by Lynn Whiteley.
Come on, Chris, it hasn't made the slightest bit of difference.
An early night.
Not this early.
Well, we can't go to bed now until she picks up Peter.
She was stuck for a babysitter, love. I couldn't turn her down.
No, of course not.
You didn't mean it, did you, when you said I wasn't to see her?
I don't want her making you unhappy.
Oh, she doesn't.
And I don't want her coming between us.
Look, she didn't mean to. Oh, it's my fault. I shouldn't have agreed to a parking feature on us.
I don't trust her, Kathy. I don't want you gossiping to her.
It's okay. I won't discuss the business with her ever again. I promise.
Yeah, it could have serious repercussions for us if Smith's ever found out.
Yeah, I know. But I won't do it again.
All I want is for us to be happy.
That's all I want too.
All right. That's all right then.
I spent a lifetime in it.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef. And this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home.
Do it again, Daddy.
Well, you seem to be recovering all right.
Come on, shove up. Let Sarah up.
Come on, Mama.
Aye, come on, squash on.
You do it, Mummy.
I've done it 3 times already.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home.
And I bet you any money she's not declaring that income. I think it's a disgrace.
Why don't you make a phone call then?
You were talking to me?
No, get ready to ruin some other poor so-and-so's life.
She's still going about you and Alice, you know. Should have heard of this dinner time. According to her, social services don't know which way's up.
You really think it's Carol?
What do you think?
Have you got any proof?
What else could it be? Anyway, everything we were questioning about were things that she's been going on about.
Have you asked her?
What's the point? She's not going to admit it, is she?
Oh, you're right. Carol, will you step into the back room, please?
Yes, Mr. Turner.
I bet she's for it now.
Do you really think so?
I know so. I know Turner better than you do. He were right upset when social services started having a go at you, but if he thinks it's Carol...
Well, Carol, was it you
Was it me what?
who made the anonymous phone call?
What phone call? I don't know what you're talking about.
Social services say someone made an anonymous phone call concerning Nick and Archie.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about it.
It doesn't look like that, Carol.
Has somebody been making allegations against me, Mr. Turner?
Carol, I've asked you a perfectly simple question.
It's Archie, isn't it? I knew this dinner time he'd made up his mind it was me.
Or was it?
I take exception to being cross-examined like this, Mr. Turner. You've no right.
Answer the question, Carol. Who were you phoning last week?
Last week? What kind of a question is that?
You looked very guilty when I found you in here by the phone.
It's not a crime to make a phone call.
Oh, drop the injured innocence, Carol. It doesn't suit you. Everybody knows you've got nothing but criticism for the arrangements Nick makes for Alice.
And I'm not the only one. Many's the time I've heard you criticising Archie.
I know Nick and Archie rather well. I also know that they are the last people on earth who would do little Alice any harm.
Well then, there's no harm in making sure, is there?
So it was you.
I was only doing my public duty as a mother.
You've got an evil tongue, Carol. This time you've gone too far. You're dismissed.
What?
I want you off these premises forthwith.
You can't do this, Mr. Turner. There are laws against this.
And if that daughter of yours is working here this evening, you can take her with you.
Alan!
Out! Now!